Yo guys, what is going on, and welcome back to a brand new video here today, and my first ever video with the F1 2020 mod. This mod was made by JB Run over on Race Department, so if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link down below in the description, guys, for you to go check it out. But this is going to be my first race with this mod, hopefully the first of many if this video goes down pretty well. And in this video, guys, before we jump into it, I want to mention a few things, and this is on F1 2019. Now, there is mods for F1 2018 this year because there are limitations with this year's game. By limitations, I mean the language file. This has been very much covered by Arava already in terms of this topic, and there are limitations with this game in terms of the way you can name things. So, for example, you can't change the name of Toro Rosso to Alfa Tauri, you can't change the name of drivers, so Hulkenberg is still here, and also Robert Kubica is also still here as well. So we can't change certain things with the mod. All we can change is visual aesthetic things, such as the liveries, you know, the helmets and that kind of stuff. So hopefully you guys take that into consideration. But today we're going to jump into a quick race. So first and foremost, I'll show you guys the cars, drivers and liveries. So first of all, we are going to have Mercedes, of course, with their new Ineos sponsorship and their 2020 livery, the W11, looking fantastic. In regards to their drivers, we have Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas once again, and of course with their new race suits and Ineos sponsorship. In terms of the helmets, I believe they're not updated just yet, but they should be very soon. In terms of the Ferrari, here we have the brand new Ferrari SF1000 with the Mission Winnow sponsoring, of course, on the side, which is quite rare to see on this year's game, and of course the updated logos here and there. And in terms of the drivers, Sebastian Vettel and of course Charles Leclerc with the updated race suits, of course looking fantastic with the new black details. In terms of cars elsewhere, Red Bull Racing, as you can see, of course, not much changing in terms of their car. Really, it has remained largely unchanged for 2020, and we've got the updated race suits with Verstappen and Albon once again back for another season. In terms of Renault, we have them here with their test livery. Only thing with this car is it does have its 2019 chassis, so the nose is the wide one and not the narrow one, but still the black finish looking fantastic on this car. And we have Ricciardo, of course, as the main driver, still with his 2019 helmet because he still hasn't released his 2021. And in terms of his teammate, Nico Hulkenberg, it is what it is. We have removed his face, so you know it won't be Hulkenberg's face here. It will be Esteban Ocon's, but you can't change the name. So you'll have to imagine or pretend that this is Esteban Ocon if you were to do a race with him. In terms of other cars, we do have Haas, and here we have Roman Grosjean and Kevin Magnussen. And of course the colours, you know, Rich Energy has been removed and we're back to the white, red and black, which looks much better on the Haas VF20. We then move on to McLaren, and they are using, I believe it's the Renault chassis, the 2019 Renault chassis for this one. And you've got the orange and blue, of course, the brand new livery looking fantastic once again, and a really nice combination. We have Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris as the drivers, still with their 2019 helmets, I believe, but they do have their updated race suits. Then the next one is BWT Racing Point, and of course they do have the 2019 Mercedes chassis, therefore they have the narrow nose, but there are some issues with mirroring in terms of the sponsors, but that's just limitations placed by the game. And in terms of the drivers, of course, we have Sergio Perez and Lance Stroll back again, once again for a new season, and of course they have their updated suits. We then move on to Alfa Romeo, and from this side looks fantastic, of course, with the new Orlen sponsorship. Unfortunately, there are some mirroring issues on the other side, and again, that's just to do with the game, nothing we can really do about that. But again, the Alfa Romeo looking fantastic, really nice colour scheme, and you know, not a car you can hate. In terms of the drivers, Raikkonen and Giovinazzi back again with their updated suits. We then move on to Alfa Tauri, which of course in the game will be called Toro Rosso, but we all know it's Alfa Tauri now. And of course mirroring issues on one side, as always with this game, there are limitations, but the car in itself looks fantastic, really nice, clean, crisp livery, and the Alfa Tauri looking phenomenal. And then finally we have Rocket Williams Racing, as you can see here on screen, and this car of course on its 2019 chassis. And again, the best that can be done, of course, within the limitations of the modding. So for example, the thing at the top of the roll hoop is white when it should be black, but of course those are just small details that you have to kind of accept when it comes to modding on F1 games. And of course, driver wise, we have George Russell and we have Nicola Latifi, aka Robert Kubica, but we do have Latifi's face thanks to the F2 part of the game and also Latifi's helmet. So it's not all doom and gloom. We do have some kind of, you know, as close as possible to the reality, but fact is, in game he will be called Robert Kubica, and there's not much that can be done about that, of course. And yeah, that is your full grid here today, but we're now going to jump into a quick race. Okay, so here we go then for the race as Lando Norris at Bahrain, starting from the back of the grid, and this kind of dark conditions, you know, where the front lights are going to really make the cars look spectacular. I feel like we're going to make a really nice scenery out of this race as we do this 25% Grand Prix from the back of the grid here at Bahrain, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can try and make it a good one, and fingers crossed, try and get to the points. That's the target anyway. In terms of the strategy, we are going to start on the soft tyres and then move on to the mediums, pretty much do half race distance on one tyre and half on the other, and fuel-wise, we are running 2 laps extra because we are going to need plenty of fuel to get through a lot of the cars and also make lots of overtakes. But other than that, we're going to jump into the race here today, and let's see how we get on for this race at Bahrain. Right, here we go then. Let's see if we can get off to a good start here. Building up the revs to the 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go. We bog down slightly off the line. We don't get the best start. As we make our way down towards turn 1, we're going to just kind of be cautious and not overcommit just yet. I thought we were going down the inside there, but we'll hang back for now. Maybe I can get a better exit out of here. Easy does it through there. There we go. That's going to put me on the left-hand side of George Russell. As we make our way up towards turn 4, we've got Nicola Latifi in front. Russell with an absolute send down the inside of turn 4 there in the Williams. Massive move there from the Brit. We are going to just about get our nose in front of Latifi, who is trying to go around the outside, but there's no way through there. Now going down towards the hairpin. We're going to go down the inside of Kvyat in the Alfa Tauri, trying to get the move. Traction down, we don't quite achieve it. Kvyat comes back at us on the left-hand side. I'm going to try and go on the outside through turn 10. Oh, what a move. That is fantastic overtake there. Just throwing the car in on the outside, hoping it will stick, and it did. So really nice overtake there. Up to P18, we've got George Russell in front. Let's see if we can try and get past the Williams. I'm not quite sure what the performances are of the cars in this mod. I'm not sure if they have been changed at all, to be honest with you. So we'll find out as the race progresses with that, but for now it seems like the Williams does have a bit more pace and is able to keep up with the cars, which is a good thing. Kvyat all over my rear end here, looking for a move into the final corner. We are going to go very late on the brakes to try and stop him going on the inside, but that does mean I compromise my line, so that's not good. We're currently in trouble here, struggling to find the pace. Can we stay ahead of Kvyat? Yes, we can. We've got that Williams in the background looking for a move as we go into turn 1. This is going to be awkward. I'm going to try and pull it down for an early apex to avoid someone going on the inside there on the braking. But on to lap 2, and so far so good, but we need to start making some progress now, so let's hunt down George Russell. Right, we're starting to put some pressure on George Russell now. Getting a bit loose there, hitting that inside curb. See if I can maybe get the run on the Williams driver. Keep it nice and tidy through the rest of the lap, and we'll hopefully get the run on the start of the pit straight. Going into the final corner. A little bit hot on the brakes, but that's okay. On the power, nice and early. Can we get the move in? No DRS though, just yet. It will be now on this lap enabled.
DRS is now enabled. Will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
Seems like we don't quite have enough on the straight to really challenge the Williams, but we are going to be close through here. Here we go. We are going to get DRS up the hill. Unfortunately for us, Russell has DRS as well. I didn't really think of that. We're going to have to go to the outside. Into turn 4. Can we pull it off? Yes, we do. Nice overtake there on George Russell, up to P17. Antonio Giovinazzi up next in the Alfa Romeo. Let's try and hunt him down. A little bit of action in front here. It's all kicking off between an Alfa Romeo and a Renault, it seems, as we make our way into the pit straight. I'm a bit too far back to really go for a move here. Personal best, but everyone's using the slipstream. Look at this. It's going absolutely just chaotic here into turn 1. We're going to go to the outside. We're going to try and find a bit of space. We almost hit the back, the left rear of the Alfa Romeo, but we are going to get a double overtake around the outside. Fantastic overtake there, using the fact those guys were going quite slow. This is the reason why, though, Kimi's on the mediums. That's why he's lacking a bit of pace and everyone's trying to get past. But a fantastic double overtake there on Giovinazzi and Gasly. And now we're right on the back of the Iceman here as we make our way into the S's. We're just going to hang back, see if we can get a move into the hairpin possibly. Easy does it. Down the inside on the brakes. Bit of a close one, bit of contact there. Kimi trying to turn in, but we do get the move, and we are through and past the Iceman, up into 14th place. Important to not lose DRS on the cars in front, so we've got to try and close them down if we can. But so far so good, making good progress and a good recovery. 4 laps in. Oh, bit of contact here between what would be the racing point. I can't tell which one it is, but also Esteban Ocon. In this case, Nico Hulkenberg, but if we were in a fantasy and there's contact, They both run a bit wide. Ocon's off the track. The racing point of Stroll having contact with him. Here we go. We may have a chance. Stroll has no DRS.
Green flag.
Trying to close in, but no way through just yet. If I can get the run up the hill, I may have a chance. Yellow flag in front. Another incident. I can't overtake. I was going to go for a ascent there on the inside, and it's Perez out in the other racing point. So it's all kicked off here on this lap, which will also pick up a track extension. We are going to pit this lap unless Sainz does, which will stop me from pitting. But if he doesn't stop, we are going to box in and try and undercut both of these guys. And yeah, Sainz stays out, so we're going to box. Here we go. Get it all slowed down. Nicely done. Right. One lap earlier stop. Hopefully we can make this undercut work. We need some clean air on track, which we should get. And I've got to try and use this medium tyre on this out lap. Here we go.
Go now.
2.5 stop, that'll do. And there we go, we're done for the day in the pits as Perez out behind us. So 19 runners remain. Let's have a strong out lap though and see if we can push straight off the get-go.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
We'll run the whole lap in rich mix and try and give it everything. Here we go, engine turn up. Oh my god, there's so much grip on these. Let's get cracking. I can really feel the front end already so much stronger. We have cars in the pit lane, but my teammate hasn't pit. Let's see where we are once everyone rejoins the racetrack. Strong out lap from us though. And we're gaining. There's Grosjean, so we have managed to jump him. And we are going to be right behind Daniel Ricciardo in the Renault, so that's worked out okay for us. I think Ricciardo was the Renault in front, I'm not quite sure. It may have been Hulkenberg, I can't remember. Or Ocon, depending on what you want to call him. But we've definitely got Grosjean, so the undercut has worked to perfection. Another yellow flag behind. A Sainz pits. Looks like it could be an Alpha.
Okay, cleared. Carlos is in for his stop.
Yeah, Antonio Giovinazzi out of the race, confirmation. As we close in on Ricciardo here. Can we go for a move on the straight? Let's find out. Am I close enough? Let's turn the engine up. I am using quite a bit of my battery, but we'll commit to it. Personal best, more cars in the pit lane. Can we get Ricciardo here? We're gaining on the Renault to the inside. On the brakes, down the inside of turn one. It's a late one, but we make it work. Fantastic move. And there's Sainz right in front of us, our own teammate. So the undercut has played out masterfully. It really has worked in our favour. And we got DRS on Ricciardo for this straight as well. So we get to stay in front. But that was a really successful undercut. And it's put us right on the back of our own teammate. So really good strategy. And we're now right in this race and we're well in the points. Fantastic stuff. Looks like Ricciardo's in a battle behind us, which is allowing me to pull away. We match our personal best as Raikkonen pits, so we're now up into the top 8, which is the best we can get. Because of course you've got the top 6 teams filling out those positions, so it's Sainz in P7 and we're 8, so this is the best we're going to get. The question is, can we catch our teammate before the end of the race? Do we have the pace for it, as Magnus going to get some move from Ricciardo behind us? That's now dropped them out of the DRS range, which is good. Pace is very similar. We're about a tenth of a second, maybe 0.2 quicker than Sainz per lap. But it's not going to be enough, I don't think, at this rate. I need to find something else, or Sainz needs to have a mistake or a problem. Another incident behind, green flag, so something's happened further back. And it's the Renault. Daniel Ricciardo possibly. It seems like. I'm just going to fall short. I was so close to getting within Sainz's DRS. I set a personal best first sector, but I've run out of fuel in the DRS to really use against him. Yeah, that's alright, mate. As we've gone to the last lap, 1.4 is the gap. I don't think we've got enough, unfortunately, so it's looking like Sainz is going to bring us home in P7. Here we go then, currently on for a personal best. The fireworks go off in Bahrain as Hamilton wins the race. And unfortunately for us, I probably needed 1 or 2 more laps because I was actually catching Sainz a little bit towards the end. On for a personal best as we speak. And we would have just been outside of the DRS range, which is a shame, but still a good race nonetheless. I enjoyed that one, and this mod is actually a hell of a lot of fun, which I really, really like.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Park Fermé.
That's it for another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, I know it's a bit of a boring answer, but the truth is they simply had the best speed package on the day and a driver who knows how to take advantage of that. It doesn't matter how much time you spend poring over the stats and planning strategies if you can't keep the pace, and our winner today showed they could do both.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes.
Right, so here we have the final race results then, guys, and we finish in 8th place behind Carlos Sainz, and 1-2 for Mercedes, a 3-4 for Ferrari, a 5-6 for Red Bull, and a 7-8 for McLaren, which is kind of what you'd expect, to be honest with you, with Lance Stroll and Magnussen running at the points here today. But guys, that is going to be it for this video here today. If you guys enjoyed it, drop a like, and of course the link to the mod will be down below in the description if you guys want to go test it out for yourselves. Of course, only on PC, so bear that in mind. And yeah, guys, also check out these 2 videos on your screen if you have missed them, and also turn on notifications, guys, to not miss any content from me. But that is it from me here today, guys, and I'll see you on my next one very soon. But until then, it's goodbye from me.